Introduces us to a man who owes his skilled career in aerospace to his grandfather.
The first thing that he ever saw fly was a hot air balloon in Austria when he was a little kid, and that's what sparked his interest into flight. So he'd worked on airplanes and then eventually rockets.
After arriving from Hungary via Ellis Island, Brett Ryder's grandfather eventually made his way to California to work for Rocketdyne.
They hired him because he was a well-known machinist. So in 1958 he went there, worked on the F-1.
Frank Ryder spent years working on the F-1. He left a lasting legacy on Rocketdyne that was there when Brett joined the company decades later.
He went on to tell me great stories about what a great machinist he was and how respected he was. Just to walk in and hear that about him made me very proud.
For his contribution to the Apollo program, Frank Ryder received a metal plaque of appreciation.
In the late 50s and early 60s, I think his profession, a machinist, it was viewed upon a lot differently than it is today. It was absolutely the top skill.
Inspired by his grandfather, Brett joined Rocketdyne in the 80s as a tool maker, later moving to United Launch Alliance by the mid-90s.
When I joined, it was space shuttle days. So we had manned space flight, and it is so fulfilling to send people to space. And you're proud of every launch, and you feel every tragedy. It's heartbreaking.
And while he continues to work and teach the younger employees at ULA, Brett says he's still inspired by his grandfather.
He was able to communicate with anyone and was very instrumental in the development of an F-1 rocket that went on the Saturn, that ultimately put Apollo on the moon. I'm very proud of the man he was and the work he did. Never forget him.
Reporting in Decatur, Will Robinson-Smith, Way 31 News.
Frank Ryder died in 2006.
He was 108 years old.
Wow.
Well, we are anticipating celebrating